crank that camera with him and her.
It worked. Hey, look at that. We're in Golconda, Illinois, on the road with Cars for Kids, and we met this gentleman here with a pretty rare old rat rod here. Tell us about it.
It's a 1930 Model A Ford two-door sedan. I bought in Iowa about 8.5 years ago, stock old field car, and chopped, channeled, built the frame, 4-link, airbags. Got a 454, bored 30 over, Dyer's 671 supercharger. This is a T5 5-speed, so it'll get going pretty good down the road.
Can you smoke them?
It'll light one. I just got an open wheel. I got to get a posi for it because, you know, it ain't impressive just lighting one. But
you're gonna have to get a posi.
Yeah, that's coming works this winter. You know, one-wheel wonders just don't work. You know.
What was your name?
My name is Casey. Weasel's the last name. It's like a little animal weasel. So.
He began to look like a weasel, ain't he?
That's why I said, a little sneaky little weasel. You know. But yeah, from Harrisburg, Illinois.
Thank you for bringing it out.
Well, I sure appreciate it.
We up here and found a nice little 55 with some flames on it. It's red and got a 6-cylinder with 2 carburetors on it. Belongs to this gentleman right here.
Good morning, Alan Brickhaus here. I'm from Golconda, Illinois, and this particular car actually is my first car. I bought it for $35, October 6, 1966, and I've been building on it ever since. I try to find out what I need, and then I save the money for it, and then I get it done. I think I've only taken a loan out on this car one time, but everything else has been paid for in cash.
Takes a while to build one, don't it?
Well, you start from 1966 till now. That's quite a fur piece. And
that's 40-something year.
Yeah, that is correct. And the car itself is powered by actually it's a 261 truck, 6-cylinder out of my uncle's 62 fertilizer truck in Perryville, Missouri. And it's bored 80 over, got 272 cubes, 2 Carter W1s, and got Fenton headers. I got a Clifford cam. We got a 67 Chevelle 4-speed behind it, and duals running all the way back.
Well, it's a sharp car.
Thank you very much. I've had it for a long time. I always try to find something a little bit to do with it when we do it.
Thank you for bringing it out for the kids.
Well, you're quite welcome. You have a good day.
Same to you.
Thank you.
All right, we found this Camaro here. It's a RSSS.
Yes, RSSS 69 Camaro.
Belongs to this gentleman right here. No, it belongs to her.
Belongs to Diane.
What's your name?
Diana Crick.
And I'm her better half.
Okay.
Okay.
And she owns the car.
Yeah. Her name's on the title. Yep.
Well, if I had her, she'd own my car, because she's a pretty lady.
Yep. So she's a keeper. She's definitely a keeper. Yeah. And she let me drive the car every once in a while too.
I do.
What about that? You do?
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while. You're a lucky guy. Thanks for bringing it out. Thanks for bringing it out today.
Good event. Great event.
Yes, it is.
Pretty town, ain't it?
Golconda's a great place. If you haven't never been down here, if you missed the car show today, next week, any other, bring her down. Come down and look at it. Southern Illinois is a pretty place. Come see us.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, the hug always comes in, Tom. I found a dream car I've always liked, a 59 El Camino here, and it's better than it was when it come out of the factory. Belongs to this pretty little lady right here.
Diane Morgan, Centralia, Illinois.
Well, tell us about it.
About the El Camino?
Yeah.
Well, my husband bought it for me for my 52nd birthday 3 years ago. And I had been wanting an Impala, and we couldn't find one, and so he saw this and said, well, honey, what would you think about an El Camino? I said, let's buy it. And he said, honey, anything you want. And that's the story. It's got a nice 502 in it, so it passes any car anytime it wants to, and it has a mind of its own.
Well, if I could afford it, I'd have bought you one, but you ain't mine.
That's right. That right there. That's right. You know, that's the tail right there. That's it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. And look at this, our T-shirt. It's got El Camino on the front, got El Camino on the front, El Camino on the back. What does that say?
Be bopping.
Be bopping.
Be bopping.
But this thing is slick, and y'all have had it 3 years?
3 years. 3 wonderful years.
Oh, her husband will swap it to me and her for chicken filet.
Yeah, no, 6 filet mignons in a to-go box. Now, that's the beef, you know. Show him the beef.
I believe we'll do it.
Sound good.
Hey, she was down at cruising the coast.
Yes, I was. I was working for an individual down there that sells pictures of the cars as they come in. I had a blast. 7,200 cars. Wasn't it wonderful?
Oh, yeah. You couldn't, it was strung out, what, 40, 50 miles?
40, 50 miles and just bumper to bumper and get out of your cars and visit right there on the highway.
We met some of the nicest people down there that you'll ever meet.
It was, yes, and I was Miss Diane to everyone. Little bitty 2-year-old boy, thank you, Miss Diane. That was wonderful.
Don't that make an old woman feel good?
It does make an old woman feel good, even if she does dye her hair.
Well, thank you for bringing it out to here.
Thank you for enjoying it. That's what it's here for.
Oh, I love it.
Good.
Thanks.
Good. Thank you.
Hey, right here we have found a guy that knows what he's doing. Blown Camaro, and it belongs to Don
Bryan.
How long you had it?
Car's been in the family about 38 years, I guess. Two of my three sons have owned a car. The middle son bought it from a lady that was the original owner, and he sold it to his younger brother, and the youngest boy, Kevin, made it into a show car a number of years ago. The wife and I bought it from them, and we own it now.
I bet you get the looks, you and your wife riding around the blown Camaro, don't you?
Yeah, a few old folks.
I mean, you got to see this car. He said old folks, they're young folks.
Young at heart, I guess.
Well, it's got the chrome to it. Somebody done one heck of a job on the car.
Yeah, our youngest son built it, and he did a real nice job on it. Real proud of it.
Well, we want to thank you for bringing it out and helping the kids today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Walking down through here, found a red, long wheelbase Chevy truck that's better than brand new. It belongs to Mr.
Clyde Shafer from Metropolis, Illinois.
And I believe you bought it new?
I bought it new. It's a one owner. I've had it ever since 1977.
I don't think it's ever been muddy.
Yeah, it has been. It's been hung up in creeks and everywhere else like that. Pulled logs out of the woods. About 15 years ago, I restored it, so brought it back to life.
Well, it looks brand new on the bottom here before you look at it.
Well, yeah, I try to keep it looking that way.
What kind of engine got it?
It's the stock 350, bored out 30,000, so it's a 355 now. Got a Torker cam in it, headers, and ported heads and so on. So it's probably pulling about 300 horsepower now.
Well, it's an eye catcher when you come down through here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I get that from a lot of people.
The tires ain't even dirty on it.
Well, those tires about 4 or 5 years old and got about 30,000 miles on them, so.
They look new.
Well, thank you. I try to keep them clean.
Well, thank you for bringing it out to the show here today, and maybe raise a little money for the kids up here.
Well, good to be here. Thanks for the interview.
It's unreal. Tom, what goes on? What's your name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
No.
And you've been taking pictures with Sandy over? This is one of the calendar girls. Hey, we found a little 55 Chevrolet here. I believe we've seen it down on Cruising the Coast. Amanda Meadows from where?
Milwaukee-town, Illinois.
And how long y'all had the car?
We've had the car for about 7 years now.
Did you build it?
Yeah, we did. My husband and I built the car. We did everything in it except for the paint, but we put it all together and they did all the motor and everything. And
well, it's a sharp car, but I believe you got something else you want to say about Cars for Kids.
Yeah, the thing with Cars for Kids, we actually, my niece plays on a Special Olympics softball team, and they got one state championship, so they were going to Decatur, Illinois, and so we did a car show fundraiser in Energy, Illinois, and Rick Farmer got word of it, and the Missouri chapter, he was actually our biggest sponsor. He actually sponsored $500 for our show for the girls to help them get to state, and we just wanted to thank Rick for that, and we just want to thank Cars for Kids and everything that they've done for us, and we're very excited that we also now have one here in Illinois to it seems like they have a really good cause and they help the kids out, and that's really what it's about. That's what we feel, you know, when we go to car shows. We like to, it's for the kids, you know, really, and kids love cars, and to me, it's about the kids.
Have you ever noticed when a little one gets big enough, first thing he goes to is the steering wheel?
Yep.
Yep.
I've not noticed that. I'll have to pay attention to that.
Pay attention.
Yep.
But we got somebody else over here.
Yes.
Hello, Rob Williams from West Frankfort, Illinois, and I had the honor to help out with the Amanda's car show. And like she said, that Rick Farmer and Cars for Kids was one of our biggest sponsors this year, and we're actually doing another one a little bit earlier in 2014, so they can have a little bit more of a start on their season, maybe help out with their equipment and so on and such forth. Those dates will come out later, but we appreciate what Rick and everyone has done for everyone here, and we hope we can make it bigger next year, get more cars there and more people involved.
And we got a little guy here. What's his name?
Harrison.
What do you do?
You
wipe the cars off?
Yeah.
You do the dirty work?
No.
Whose car do you wipe off, Harry? Mine or Andy's?
Andy's.
Yeah.
You're going to get in trouble. You better be helping Pop there. Well, thank y'all for coming out, and that's what Cars for Kids was put together for. In 1990, we had our first event. It started on my son nearly getting killed when he was 12, made a promise, and we've been a part of raising somewhat over $3 million.
Wonderful, that's great.
Since then. And thank y'all for being a part of it.
Well, thanks for having us. Thanks for allowing us to be a part of it. We really appreciate for what Cars for Kids have done.
What you do. We do. We appreciate you and what you do for everyone.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks here, Larry.
Well, look, they didn't go to Cruising the Coast. They went to Cape Girardeau.
Cape.
You're kidding. I've had strokes and everything else. My mind's going. I'm getting old.
Getting old.
So I'm having a good time.
That's right, having fun, right?
I can cut up and get by with it.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Right here, we found something that you don't normally see at a car show. It's a big Cadillac with a lot of graphics on it. It belongs to this guy right here.
Yeah, my name's Henry Lawrence, and this painting on my hood and trunk's been on there about 10 years. It not necessarily on this car. It was on my other Cadillac that I wrecked, so I put this hood and trunk on this car. This is a car that's been in the garage the last 7 years. An elderly woman owned it, and I bought it from her boy, and I put these 18-inch tires and rims on it, and tinted the windows, and put my hood and trunk on it, and I plan to this winter chop the top on it 4 inches, and put airbags on it, you know, where it'll go down and up. Yeah.
You going back to younger days, ain't you?
Yeah. I'm an old man, believe it or not. I'm 68, and but I've had custom stuff ever since I was 13. I had my first car at 14.
You're doing good then.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, and I'm just glad to help any kid now, because I don't have one no more.
Well, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
President of the Mustang Mafia, and this is one of our members, Doreen. Robbie, get in here. Another member is Robbie with the yellow banana split. Hers is the convert, and of course the presidential rides agreement over there.
Hey, ain't that pretty? Do I get a hug out of this?
Since he turns a camera.
There we go.
Hey, Tom.
How are you?
Look at what I found here, and they're Mustang women, too. Look here what we found up here, a 2008 Mustang loaded to the gills. And tell us about your car.
Well, this is a 2008 Mustang GT Premium, and every ounce of work on it has been done by myself and my grandson and my wife. Never been to Ford, it's never been touched by anybody. And we've spent the past 5 years, paycheck by paycheck, piece by piece, customizing my girl out to what you see today. Not quite done, but almost.
Well, now, you calling this your girl? I seen there's an Estelle in the trunk lid there.
Yeah, she was named from Ford. My wife found the paperwork, and it said Estelle on the computer codes. She showed it to me. I said, well, that's her name, and we ran with it. Her name's under the hood. It is in the trunk on a custom trunk lid mat. It's also on her third brake light. And there's no other Mustang I'm aware of that is like her.
Well, is that the only Estelle you can rub on other than what's your wife's name?
No, Estelle's the only other woman I can rub on and not get in trouble with my wife.
I see there's several Mustangs in a row here.
Yeah, we belong to the Mustang Mafia of Western Kentucky. My wife is the president. Her name is Lee Elsey, and she drives a 99 35th anniversary green pony over there. This one here is the flagship of the Mafia, south anyway.
Well,
she's unlike any other Mustang that you probably will see unless you go to a best of the best regional show or something, you know.
Well, thank you for bringing it out to help the kids today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. That's all we do is charity work. Our club has got 3 major sponsor charities over our neck of the woods, and when they invite us to come over to help you all out, we're here. And Chris from SICN News invited us over for a radio interview and told us about the show. We say, hey, we'll be there, rain or shine, and we got a beautiful day, so we're here.
Well, appreciate you.
Thank you very much, sir. Pleasure meeting y'all. Thanks for the interview. Have a good day.
We found a friend of Rick Farmer's here, Dick.
Hey, how we doing? At the Cars for Kids car show today in Galconda, Illinois. My name's Derek Ogborn. Got a 66 VW here.
You buy it new?
No, bought it in 1982 for $50 and drug it home, and that's what it looks like today. I've been working on it since 1982. It actually sat in my grandma's garage for 17 years, and I brought it back out in 2007. And this is what I got today. Been working on it for the last 5 or 6 years, but I built the car in 1982. When I was 13 years old, I bought it for $50.
It wouldn't have brought $50 at the scrapyard, would it?
Probably not. Maybe today it would, but not back in. Scrap metal's up today. But but we're having a good time here in Galconda, Illinois at the Cars for Kids car show. Try to come to everyone that comes to our part of the country, southern Illinois, southeast Missouri. We're usually at every one of them. It's a good cause for the kids. Having a good time here today.
It's a pretty little old town here, ain't it?
Yeah, a little bitty old town on the Ohio River, just not far from Paducah, Kentucky. So southern Illinois is where we're at.
Well, thank you for bringing it out today and being part of Cars for Kids.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Now then. Hey, look, we found a nice-looking young lady here with a some kind of Volkswagen kit car or something. I can't pronounce her name. We'll let her tell you.
Talissa Clafer, and I have a 1964 Volkswagen Citation Maxi Taxi, and it was made in Bremen, Indiana in like the 70s, and it's really rare. And my dad actually told me to get rid of his motorcycle. He about got hit on it, and I traded for this car. And so that's how we ended up with it.
Well, you got a good daddy then, ain't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Give up his motorcycle to get her this little sharp automobile here.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Definitely a fun cruiser during the summer.
How long you had it?
About a year and a half, and we've been showing it since we've got it.
Well, we want to thank you for bringing it out and helping the kids today.
All right, well, thank you.